जन मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे। गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Respected DG sir, our esteemed faculty members, both academic, non-academic staff and their family members who are present here. It is a great occasion that we are celebrating 75th year of Indian independence. As a part of this 75th year, NIRDPR, a 63-year-old institution, took several steps to commemorate this Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. To commemorate 75th years of Indian independence and 91st years of Gandhi March, Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji launched Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav on 12th March 2021. The celebration has continued for another 75 weeks from the date of its launch. To quote from the words of Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav means the elixir of the energy of freedom. It means the nectar of inspiration from freedom fighters, the nectar of new ideas, the nectar of new resolution, and the nectar of self-reliance. This celebration is dedicated to the people of India, people who have been instrumental in bringing India thus far, and people who hold within them the power and potential to make India self-reliant are part of this celebration. The spirit of Atmanirbhar Bharat, as envisaged by the Honorable Prime Minister, will be further accelerated by this Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, making India a larger and more involved part of the world economy, pursuing policies that are efficient, competitive and resilient with equity, and being self-sustaining and self-generating is the task which we need to accomplish. To be an integral part of this activity, the National Institute of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj has also launched a series of programs and celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. The first program was held on 12th March 2021. It was a webinar and panel discussion on barriers to women empowerment, breaking the glass ceiling in the post-COVID period. Since then, series of programs were organized and a calendar of activities were also released by NIRDPR. The activities are different types like webinars, colloquium, training programs, policy or advocacy, awareness generation, conducting competitions, roundtable discussions, publishing working paper, etc. on various social and economic issues. All these activities are documented and periodically published in our newsletter as well as disseminated to the stakeholders. So far, we have completed 97 programs in NIRDPR, more than what was the targeted 75 programs under Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav activities, and we have come out with the first volume of the compendium, and subsequently we will come out with the second volume also. So, NIRDPR did the stupendous work under Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Director General NIRDPR to please address the gathering.
Greetings to all the faculty members of the National Institute of Rural Development, Panchayati Raj, staff of the Institute, family members of the faculty members, staff, and others who are present here. Greetings on the occasion of the 76th Independence Day of India. And at the outset, I'd like to thank you all for turning out in this large number, for making this celebration a memorable occasion. This is a celebration of 75 years of our enjoyment of freedom given to us by the freedom fighters, millions of them who sacrificed their lives, their home and earth to put freedom in our hands, so that we can enjoy the fruits of freedom, we can reap the benefits of a free nation. It is therefore befitting this occasion to reflect on what we achieved during these 75 years of independence as we celebrate the 76th occasion of Indian independence. How much we've been able to measure up to the expectation of the millions of freedom fighters and the sacrifices that they have given to put freedom in our hands. This is an occasion when we need to recollect our achievements as a nation and what we all of us have contributed, not only in the national rural development, but all our countrymen. This has been an exciting journey from starvation to plenty, when people didn't have anything to eat, on the occasion of freedom, to a nation which now exports food grains to various countries of the world, becoming the third largest exporter of agricultural products in the world. It's been a journey from deprivation, when we did not have the basic facilities which people in other nations have: sanitation, good drinking water supply. We would struggle for a telephone connection, we would struggle for a scooter, for a gas connection. Gone are those days from want to being wanted. That has been a successful journey that we have undertaken in these 75 years. From a rural India which was disconnected from the urban areas of the country to a connected India, with villages, virtually every village of the country connected with a motorable road, with virtually every village of the country connected with internet connectivity, with telephone connectivity. Such has been the success of our journey during these 75 years. At a macro level, the country's population has grown almost fourfold during these 75 years of independence. And it's been marked with great and remarkable successes. These successes include a rapid increase in the life expectancy of people from about 36 years at the stroke of independence to about 70 years today, which has been a remarkable achievement. Maternal mortality of this country, which was almost about 2,000 at the stroke of independence, is less than or little over 100 today. We made remarkable progress with respect to literacy, achieving literacy levels above 70% today, from very basic and abysmal levels at the stroke of independence. Such have been the great achievements of this nation and our country. And the National Institute of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj made substantial contributions to these achievements. I'm glad and proud to say this, that NIRDPR was instrumental in developing the district planning guidelines for the nation for the first time. We developed the Integrated Rural Development Program guidelines, which led to a swell of self-employment activities in this country for the benefit of the rural poor. We were instrumental in scripting the 73rd and 74th Amendment to the Constitution that has laid the framework for the Panchayati Raj system and governance in the rural areas of this country. We were instrumental in the recent past in developing the Gram Panchayat Development Plan guidelines, which has pervaded almost every panchayat of this country. We were instrumental in the past year in developing service-oriented citizens charters, which gives an assurance of the services provided to rural citizens of this country, and which has also pervaded almost every panchayat of this country. All this would not have been possible without the efforts of our faculty members, staff, and their dedication. And some of the notable achievements of the NIRDPR during this year have been to develop itself as a knowledge repository on social audit. India itself is a great proponent and follower of social audit, and within India, NIRDPR is the largest repository of social audit knowledge. We also received the award as a regional support agency from the NABARD during this year to support the CEOs of the farmer producer organizations and our successful business plan development for the farmer producer organizations. Work in NIRDPR is not only about getting a salary, but serving the social cause of helping the poor and the downtrodden to organize themselves, to get themselves economically and socially empowered. This is our task, which helps us find meaning and purpose in life. And we do this by working across the knowledge spectrum, generating knowledge, applying that knowledge that we generated through research programs by way of action research projects. And the distilled knowledge from our action research projects we take through capacity building events. All this to improve the quality of life of our rural citizens. And we need to now focus more on increasing the income of the farmers and households, especially the self-help group driven households of this country. We are focusing increasingly on achieving localization of the sustainable development goals in the run-up to 2030, which is the target year for achievement of the sustainable development goals. India is perhaps the only country which is systematically hoping to achieve the sustainable development goals by localizing the sustainable development goals, and we are a central part of this. Most of the effort for achievement of the sustainable development goals at the local level is driven to NIRD's efforts. We also have to make significant and sustainable contributions to strengthening the governance of Panchayat Raj institutions. Similarly, the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, launched this ambitious campaign on the Jal Jeevan Mission, providing piped drinking water supply to every household in the rural area, and we made significant progress in that direction. NIRD is again at the center of sustaining those initiatives, which amounts to investment of almost about 3.5 lakh crore rupees in providing drinking water supply to every rural household. And this is on a scale which no nation in the world has ever undertaken at such a rapid pace. And we are again supporting this initiative by working towards maintenance of the huge asset base created through the Jal Jeevan Mission. We are making efforts to disaster-proof our villages by helping them develop village disaster management plans, which can help them meet every conceivable disaster that the villages may encounter. And one such disaster that all of us encountered in the recent past was the COVID disaster. Life would have been much different and much better if the villagers had the village disaster management plans to fall back on. The impact of COVID would have been much lesser, would not have lost much productivity, would have gained much from being able to cope with COVID much better. We need to skill our rural youth. We need to enable setting up of micro enterprises by our self-help group women, by our youth. We need to focus on developing rural industry, which is again a long cry from the time of Mahatma Gandhi. We need to make all these happen at an enhanced and faster pace. In short, I would say that we need to be purposive in this institute and its work in meeting the new challenges management and resource requirement of the institute. As we all know, NIRDPR is already a large institution for rural development practitioners, perhaps one of its kind in the world. Not only because of the high throughput of trainees who go through the institution, but also because it's an apex capacity building institution which mentors 29 state institutes of rural development, 90 ETCs, and we have the freedom to work across various other channels such as the NIRDPR higher education institutions and so on. This perhaps makes NIRD a unique institution, not only in this country but in this world. We need to work towards making the impact of this institution felt across the globe by making it a globally recognized institution of excellence for rural development practitioners. And this ambitious agenda is in the hands of our faculty, staff, our faculty are gurus of our great nation, and we hope and look to them to work in the ancient and continuing tradition of our Guru Siksha Parampara. The gurus of our nation have made our great nation what it is today. They have given to us this civilization which sustained over several centuries. And it's a unique civilization, a unique culture, which is based on community, which is based on harmony, which hardly any other nation of the world enjoys. We were a nation based on the strength of our gurus and teachings, which has valued in the luxury of silks when the world did not know how to wear clothes. We were a nation which had the best of amenities, which the modern world today enjoys through our Harappan civilization, Indus Valley civilization. All this due to the contributions of our gurus. We have to continue to live up to the needs of the nation in this tradition of the Guru Siksha Parampara and enable the nation to achieve what it aims to achieve in the next 75 years. For this, we not only have to disseminate knowledge, but we should also develop best practices through our research work, through our action research work, and contribute in large measure to rural development and Panchayat Raj policy, which is an issue that is awaiting attention of the intelligentsia of this country. And as we have done in the past, we need to continue to expand on the guidelines for various rural and Panchayat Raj programs to ensure better implementation of the programs for the benefit of the poor and downtrodden of this country. We need to focus on developing a cadre of rural development functionaries at the master's degree level to ensure that we have a skilled pool of manpower to effectively deal with the huge amounts of funds that are assigned by the governments of this country, almost amounting to 4 lakh crore rupees, so that the benefits of these funds reach in full measure the poor and the downtrodden of this country. Let's therefore commit ourselves to this exciting journey to make India a fully developed nation. a journey from a Vanchit Bharat to an Atmanirbhar Bharat to a Samruddh Bharat. Let's rededicate ourselves to the cause of nation building and development for India, so that India finds its rightful place in the community of developed nations. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् भारत वन्दे मातरम् जय भारत वन्दे मातरम् भारत वन्दे मातरम् जय भारत वन्दे मातरम् मस्तक पर हिमराज विराजित उन्नत माथा माता का उन्नत माथा माता का चरण धो रहा विशाल सागर देश यही सुंदरता का देश यही सुंदरता का हरियाली साड़ी पहने माँ हरियाली साड़ी पहने माँ गीत तुम्हारे गाए हम गीत तुम्हारे गाए हम